I believe that the fastest way to financial freedom is to build a business and invest the profits. And this is the part of the show where we look at one of our students' businesses and look at what they could do better, where they're making money right now, and what their biggest opportunities are.
Hey, what's going on? Nate Kennedy, member of the tribe here. A little bit about myself. I have been in the internet marketing space for over a decade, building online offers and buying media and optimizing offers. So the reason I joined the tribe, so I got quite a bit of experience in offer building and creation, but not a whole lot in brand building. So I joined the tribe to help me with a brand that I want to build. So the brand is called MilitaryFit.com. It's MilitaryFit.com. Bought the domain about 8 months ago. Been struggling to really dial in exactly what this is and how we're going to help it. I know exactly what I want to do with it, but struggling with regards to the direction to take it to reach that goal. So we got a major epidemic in America that I see, and it's frustrating, and I want to help cure it. And that epidemic is the pussification of American men that is going on right now and just demasculating so many men. So I want to create Military Fit as a brand, as a business to help with that and to help cure that problem, which I actually think is a big challenge. And we're going to do that with two ways. I know with fitness, which is a big part of what I do, and mental. So we got to help with both of those sides to help cure that epidemic. And so that's what I'm looking for some feedback on. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Hey, Nate. First of all, great beard. Even better poster in the background. Looks kind of familiar. Hey, so I love the idea that you're sitting on. I think you've got a great name of Military Fit. And I so resonate and align with the mission and the message that you are trying to spread in the world. I have kicked around businesses on this exact same idea. I actually own the domain name goodmenproject.com and millionmanmission.com, and eventually I'll do something there. So call me when you want a joint venture about that one. I think you're also very timely. I think you're right that this is a problem in the world and a gap in the marketplace, and there's a demand for this. And we see really an uptick in attention on men doing manly things because we have been there's been a push for the emasculated man for the last 30 some years. And so there's obviously going to be a counter trend. So I think your timing is perfect on this. I love your idea of where this is going to go. The question is going to be what products you sell, right? What is that type of a person going to buy? We can address that second. The primary thing that I would recommend you focus on is how are we targeting the person who's going to show up for that? This would be my recommendation. You have experience running media, building communities, driving traffic. So it would be my recommendation that you aggregate that into one place. The easy place is going to be a Facebook community, or it's going to be a blog if you want to go that route, and that way you can get guest contributors. You could go the podcast or YouTube route, but seeing as how you don't have a lot of momentum on this project yet, I would recommend you shelve all of that for later. To start like that, I know you've been sitting on the domain for a few months now wondering what my best course of action is. My recommendation would be to make a Facebook community or a blog and start putting other people's content with your own commentary in there and start driving ads to build up the eyeballs to that community. Once you get about 1,000 people sharing your posts, liking your posts, or in a Facebook group and they're interacting with one another, then we can look at, okay, what can we do to complicate this process? So what it might look like is for you to make one video or one ad, drive that traffic to a community, a Facebook page, or a blog, for you to put your content and other people's content in there. When I was doing this in the yoga space, when we launched Zen Active Sports, we used other people's content and we put it on our Facebook page and drove some ads to it. And since it was other people's content, we didn't have to do anything to make it. And people still associated that content with us. So they liked our page and came back and bought our products. You could do the exact same thing. I mean, can you imagine just having your own commentary about that scene from Braveheart where Mel Gibson yells, "Freedom!" and every man beats his chest and is all pumped up about life. And you have a commentary about how we've lost this sense of masculinity. And you make a blog post about this, put it in the Facebook group, and you have people talking about it. Now we've got some popcorn popping. We've got some firepower we can work with. When you've got about 1,000 people talking about the content you're putting in there or the content that other people are putting in there, you've got people resonating with this mission. They want to produce content. They want to be a part of what you're talking about. Now it might make sense for you to do a YouTube channel or probably a podcast for something like this. And since you have the audience, you could quickly rank that, and now you've got an audience of people who are rallying behind this idea. It's then we can look at, are we selling kettlebells? Are we selling workout equipment? Are we selling supplements? Are we selling info products? Are we selling workshops or retreats? Are we selling relationship training? Then we can ask that question. I'm a physical products guy. I'm also an information products guy. I like the model of having a high-end experience along with physical products that community can consume. That's what hits me in the face with the idea that you're talking about. If it's MilitaryFit.com, it might be a boot camp hosted by a former Navy SEAL who's gonna make you exhausted in 3 days and turn you into a Bododonis, is that the right term? A physical specimen of a man in 3 days. Plus, you've got physical products that you can sell to all the people who don't come to your workshops. I think that is the opportunity that's sitting in front of you. I think you've got huge upside to this if it's a focus that you want to put your attention on. And I think it just comes down to you having the audience and effectively launching products to that audience.